It's just fun because it's not learning Chinese the boring way.
My daughter is really excited about coming to EduGrove because she gets to role play and act out the lesson.
正面大高墙，摇开一扇窗，中间一道门，欢迎朋友来拜访。
Making Mandarin come to life through drama and interactive play. That is the application method that EduGrove Mandarin Enrichment Center seeks to help children reinforce their Mandarin communication skills with.
My husband comes from a non-Mandarin speaking family. He told me how difficult it was to adapt to the rigid methods of memorizing Chinese characters during his school days. His memorization without right application meant that Mandarin was stored only in the short-term memory, easily forgotten after a few weeks. He noticed how I taught through inspiring the imagination and encouraged Mandarin expression through drama. The excitement children responded with during different activities built their confidence when communicating in Mandarin during my privately conducted enrichment classes. The positive way children responded to my methods gave us confidence to start EduGrove with hopes to influence and change the way Mandarin is being taught to students in Singapore.
With emphasis on authentic enunciation and intonation, the Learning Center hires native Mandarin speakers who are also able to speak English fluently. Having a Mandarin teacher who speaks English well allows students not to feel intimidated when clarifying questions they cannot yet express in Mandarin. This is crucial for discerning parents who enroll their children with limited Mandarin comprehension.
Our teachers do not only have high levels of academic qualifications, they go through a rigorous interview process and months of training before they can take a class of their own. But more than having standard Mandarin communication abilities, we look for teachers with a love for children and a strong passion to educate effectively. The EduGrove teacher is not embarrassed to mimic an animal, dress up in outfits that inspire imagination, or immerse themselves in creative challenges with the students. Most of all, they are able to embrace a child and provide a safe environment for children to express themselves.
From playgroup, where adults accompany kids in a playgroup, to Mandarin speech and drama, critical thinking, and creative writing for various age groups, classes engage students both mentally and physically. Their award-winning curriculum for each class is adjusted according to student dynamics. Teachers are trained to constantly review and tailor activities, customizing lesson plans that work best for each student mix.
Through our role-play improvised drama, it really encourages me a lot when I see students apply into their dialogues with the vocabularies and idioms they have learned minutes ago, even months ago. During class, I set the perimeters of the role-playing drama according to the students' strengths, allowing them to decide on a scenario and choose their characters in their story. Students are at times required to role-play without a script or plot line to challenge their creativity and conversational skills. Their confident and natural dialogue in Mandarin has really assured me that long-term memory learning has taken place.
On top of using games and drama, oral exam practices, comprehension, and composition writing are also taught using interactive methods that further translate into test pointers for exams and home revision.
Our constant communication with the teachers at EduGrove really help in understanding how our children have been learning and their progress in Mandarin. The constant feedback we receive have helped us to look into the gaps that we should try to fill out at home.
What I like about EduGrove, the teachers are very fun and they teach very well and sometimes make me laugh.
After every lesson, teachers meet with parents to review the activities and learning goals of the lesson. The review is conducted in English to enable ease of understanding and for parents to better engage by asking questions or pointers for revision at home with their child. The activities reviewed are carefully curated through constant research by the team. EduGrove teachers meet weekly to research trends from various news and social media platforms. They seek inspiration to create enjoyable activities for students, with the aim to build rapport with children as well as instill moral themes that help children become significant contributors to their homes and communities.
I really enjoy the open-minded and loving culture among students and teachers at EduGrove. A while back, I had a student. He had very little Mandarin background, and he constantly expressed his dislike for Mandarin. He kept quiet during group discussion time and sometimes responding only in English. The teachers brainstormed fun ways to encourage him to practice speaking the words taught and prepare revision exercises that he could practice at home with his parents. It warmed my heart to see the students in group helping him along, and it wasn't long before he began to view Mandarin not as a forced language, but a fun way to communicate.
Their culture of openness is factored into their classroom structure, with wide spaces and an open glass concept for students to play and move around in natural lighting, creating less constriction. Learning is also taken beyond their walls and into nature, allowing wider learning opportunities.
When we see students communicating confidently in Mandarin, it warms our heart to know that all our effort and preparation is worth it. Not just because of good Mandarin grades at school, but more so because we know we have helped students develop a strong passion for Chinese learning.
The native teacher is extremely passionate, enthusiastic, and knowledgeable about the native language. She's able to constantly engage my child with her captivating approach towards the Chinese language.
I think that Mandarin is important because when I grow up, I can do business and I can also talk to people in China.
助人为快乐之本，我们要爱护别人，关心别人，这样我们的世界会变得更美好。一沙沙沙，啊沙沙沙，我是乖宝宝。